What is up, guys? Steven here, and I'm going to be doing an NU Live today. So, the team I'm going to be using today is basically a hyper-offensive Sun team. And in case you guys didn't know, the NU ladder actually reset because NU is officially out of beta, so it's now just NU. And we only had one change in usage from last month to this month. Shiftery rose from NU to RU, so Shiftery is now illegal to use in NU. And I played tennis, and I had made the Sun team, and it was Combuskin over Typhlosion, and we had a Shiftery with Defog, so you could remove hazards for a Shedinja. But Shiftery is gone now, and Combuskin is most likely going to be gone very soon. So we just wanted to try Specs Typhlosion in the Sun, just because that sounds really gross. I mean, it has I think it's like a 70% chance or something to OHKO, especially defensive Autono, without rocks. So that's, you know, really gross. And just, that's really powerful. We have Executor because it's one of the best chlorophyll Pokemon in the tier. Psyshock helps it to beat things like Hariyama. VICTORYBel because it is the best chlorophyll Pokemon in the tier. And Regirock as a reliable Sunsetter. And Liepard is also a reliable Sunsetter with Prankster Sunny Day, which is really nice. So, yeah, I'm going to get right into a game. The team is actually pretty good. Combuskin was definitely better on it. We weren't running Baton Pass Combuskin. We were just running SD, Protect, and then Dual Stab, which worked really well. Alright, so let's get right into this. Looking at team preview, the opponent's team is interesting. It doesn't look like he has much that he can switch in on my chlorophyll Pokemon, so hopefully I can do work there, as I actually get a really good lead matchup. I got Regirock in against a Noctowl, and I want to preserve my Regirock because he does have the Linoon, and if that's able to get off a Belly Drum, then Extreme Speed will be definitely really threatening to my team. So what I am going to do here is attempt to get up my Sun after I set up my rocks. I know that he most likely has Defog, but that's fine. So he ends up going into Kingler. That's kind of a questionable play in my opinion. Looking at my team, it's kind of obvious it's a Sun team, but that's okay. I can go straight into my VICTORYBel and start firing off some powerful solar beams. The thing that makes VICTORYBel really good is its Dual Stab is pretty much unresisted in the tier, and anything that is unresisted, it gets beaten by a Weather Ball, which turns into a Fire type attack, which is really strong. So I am just going to fire off Solar Beam. I really have no reason not to. He does go into Noctowl, and that actually eats it up much better than I had anticipated. So I can just go for Weather Ball now. I don't know if it'll actually kill this, but it will do a decent chunk. That did absolutely nothing, as he just defogs now. So that's fine. I'm going to try to get up a growth. I would have gotten up a growth last turn if I hadn't gotten crit, but that's alright. So based on the fact that he just went for Roost, I don't really know if he can touch me, and I am just going to go for Sludge Bomb. Maybe get a Poison. Don't get a Poison. It goes for Nightshade, and I live, so that's really good. And the Sun is up for, I think, 2 more turns. And another Sludge Bomb will take him out. And a Weather Ball actually will too, so that's what I'm going to go for. So he goes into Raichu, and that's totally not going to live, as he's Sash. Wow. That's interesting, but I still have my Weather for another turn, so I can just go for another Weather Ball and take him out. So that is good. The threat has been averted, kind of. At least for now. The sunlight has gone away, but that is fine. As he now goes into Kecleon, so it's kind of obvious that like a Fake Out is going to come my way, or a Shadow Sneak, or something like that. So what I am going to do is go straight into my Liepard, anticipating that. So he goes for Sub, and that's fine, because I can Encore him into that. Because that's what Liepard does. And now I'm free to get up my Sun once again and start doing some work to his team. That's the goal, at least. So since he is most likely slower, I can just stay in and kill him with this. But I do get at my son now, and that's good. And I am just going to click U-turn this turn, and hopefully sack my VICTORYBel here. And that is what happens. He goes for X Scissor. Takes out my VICTORYBel. That's fine, because I can just go back into Executor, which, I mean, nothing is switching in now. So he goes into Kecleon, and I don't think this is going to eat it up. I mean, it did, but, you know, everything is relative. So at this point, I really want to save. I don't want him to have Sucker Punch or something like that. I'm just going to Sleep Powder. Yeah. Alright. And I missed, so that kind of sucks. I actually predicted correctly, but I missed. And I doubt he has Shadow Sneak as well, if he actually has, he does have Shadow Sneak, okay. And I miss again. Awesome. Son of a gun. That's so unlucky. I mean, 75%. You'd like to believe I could hit that. And of course he switches into Noctowl now, so, you know, it's not even like he made a prediction, he just got really lucky. It's alright. Hopefully I can knock this off. I would have just won already, to be completely honest. But, you know, stuff happens. You can go for Sludge Bomb, and it almost takes me out. Fortunately, it did not take me out. But it did do a lot. I can't believe I missed both of those. That was really, really unfortunate, because I would have just won with Executor right there. I mean, looking at his team, he really has nothing for it. As I do go down to my own knockoff, but that is okay. I can just go back in the Liepard, and I could Encore him into Flamethrower. I'm just gonna Sunny Day first, to be honest. Because I know I'm faster than this. If he stays in and goes for Flamethrower, that's fine, because U-turn will take him out next turn. And that's what he does. So now I can just U-turn, get the kill, and go into a threat of my choice. And I'm going to go into Typhlosion, because I know it can actually OHKO everything on his team with Choice Specs Fire Blast in the Sun. I just have to hit, you know. So, I don't know why I say things like that. So I actually hit the first Fire Blast, so that's good. That's really good. Now he goes into Kingler, and I definitely think this dies. I mean, I'm Specs. Yeah, the crit didn't matter. that's a very dead thing. Alright, so I'm gonna click Fire Blast once again. So he goes for Sucker Punch, and I hit again, so that's really, really good. And it's looking at this point like, hopefully if I can hit this one, then I've won the game. And I hit, and he dies, so that is good. Wow, Typhlosion just came through. Remember when I said that Combuskin was better option? Yeah, that just happened. So he says GG, and I'll say GG back. Those Sleep Powder misses really sucked, because that's the only form of priority he has on his team, and if I could have taken that out earlier, it would have been much faster. Alright, so looking at this guy's team, I definitely want to get at Rocks as quickly as possible, because the only possible way he could have to remove them is with Articuno using Defog, and my Regirock basically completely walls that in the first place, so that's good, as he actually hits a Focus Blast turn 1, which doesn't really bother me. VICTORYBel basically puts in work against his team, so I don't want to risk it to this Focus Blast. I guess I'm just going to go into Leafeon and just kind of sack it. As he hits another, based off that damage, he's definitely Choice Specs, and he hits all of them. This guy is a god at hitting Focus Blast. So, I'm just going to get at my son, and he hits again. That's incredible. This guy knows how to hit attacks. So I am just going to go for Growth, even if he does manage to hit another Focus Blast, which would be absolutely incredible, then it it doesn't really matter. Yeah, definitely I'm just gonna get up my growth. So he goes into Articuno, and I have Weather Ball, so this is easily gonna take him out. And looking at his team, I believe I can Oko everything on it. Yeah, I mean I can Oko the Arbok with Weather Ball, the Haunter with Weather Ball, this with Weather Ball, this with Solar Beam, Sludge Bomb. So I can actually take out everything on his team in one hit, which is really nice, especially since I have a lot of turns left at my disposal. So I am just going to go for Sludge Bomb, and it takes out that Magmar, which is which is nice. Geez, VICTORYBel is a threat, and this nickname is is so bad, but so good. So I'm just going to go for Solar Beam. As he goes for Protect, he had Protect. He has Leftovers, so I am just going to Weather Ball again, either anticipating a switch or it to just die anyway. As the latter actually happens, he just died, which is nice. And now everything dies to Weather Ball, so I don't even have to predict anymore. And I think I put up the Sun on turn 4, so I think I have 3 turns of Sun left, which means I'm in a really good position. He most likely has Sucker Punch on this, but I'm sure I can live it at the amount of health I'm at. Arbok isn't too strong, so he actually doesn't have Sucker Punch, and I crit him and he just dies. So that happened. Now he goes into Haunter, which is basically if this dies, then I should have the game with Executor either way. As the Sun now fades, I can't believe he hit all of those Focus Blasts to start the game. Now I'm just going to go for Sludge Bomb, see what he locks himself into, and all of that. As he goes for T-Bolt, I live, and I get off the Sludge Bomb and kill him. So that was, wow, VICTORYBel putting in a ton of work. That was, oof, that was incredible. Sun is really good right now because Shiftru is the best. I mean, weather in general has always been good, but it's really, really good right now because the best weather removal Pokemon, or not weather, revenge Pokemon was Shiftru with Sucker Punch, and now that that's gone, people are trying to find a way to revenge threats that have set up, and all you really need to do to quote-unquote set up with these threats in the Sun is click Sunny Day, and since you have a Prankster Sunny Day user, I mean, that's all you really need to do. So he's just going to Scald my Regirock, which I'm completely fine with, because that allows me to get up my rocks, and I'm going to get up my Sun, so I mean, that's really good for me. And at this point, I can just go straight into VICTORYBel, because it threatens his entire team, so I really lose nothing by going into it, as he does not get the burn. And once again, I want to try to win immediately, so I'm just going to go for Growth, as he does switch out into Mr. Mime, and I don't even think I have to go for Sludge Bomb. I mean, Solar Beam is going to kill it. I am Life Orb, and I'm at +2, so that just died. Oh man, does anyone else remember when there was a Mr. Mime on my screen? Like, I know I don't. Now he goes into Archeops, which unfortunately is not going to outspeed me, because I'm in the Sun, I have Chlorophyll, so unless he was Scarfeops, which is not a very good set, so don't use that. Now he goes into Weezing. I do have Weather Ball, and I'm in the Sun, so I don't think this is going to live, to be completely honest. Nope, it died. It's everything is dying. Everything on my screen is dying. And there's the forfeit. So that was, oh man. I mean, I think, do you guys think VICTORYBel has earned its place on the old thumbnail? Alright, so I got a game against Vol Beatdown using Combustion Pass, so this is a bit more of a challenge, I guess. We'll see how this works out. I kinda just wanna lead with this is a tough one. What do I want to lead with? I'm just gonna lead Regirock, actually. So they lead Crustle, and that is absolutely fine. I have no way to remove hazards, but I'm just gonna Stone Edge and try to get some damage. Hopefully get phased out. Yeah, I get phased out into Leafeon, and that is actually decent for me. It is a setup opportunity for Combuskin, so yeah, I'm just gonna go back into my Regirock, try to get up my own rocks. Because at this point, my strategy for winning is setting up the sun and sweeping, basically. So I am just going to go for a Stone Edge. I am faster, and that does a good amount, as I am, you know, I'm just going to get up the sun at this point. I can't kill him with Earthquake. I don't need to risk missing, so that is good. The sun is up, and I know I'm kind of weakened, but there are worse problems. So, in this situation, there is a Combuskin. I have multiple plays, one of which is going to Liepard, which is kind of the more aggressive play, or actually the less aggressive play, because I could also go to Executor, which is what I plan on doing. As he does just go for Bulk Up, and I can hopefully hit a Sleep Powder and start firing off some Psyshocks. So he goes for a Protect. That's okay, I do outspeed him still because Chlorophyll is ×2 speed and all of that jazz. I wish this team had a way to remove hazards. I really, really do. I probably should have led Liepard and just gotten up the sun, and then if he had gone for like Stealth Rock or something, I could have, you know, just encored him into that. And now, so Leo is Leo is being an idiot in the chat, so I'm gonna mod chat that. Yeah, guys, this is Dolph the Show Off is Leo, so yeah, definitely go. Apparently, I don't outspeed. It's definitely Leo, so if you ever, you know, see him, see this person in the NU chat or something, totally say hello to him. You know, it's Leo, it's fine. So, I'm kind of predicting a Baton Pass this turn, to be completely honest. So I am just gonna double into Victorybel, and at this point, I don't think I can win. I don't think I can win at all. The Kangaskhan is peering down into my soul, and the Xatu is as well. So that's not good. Going into Victorybel, because he does Baton Pass. So if he goes into Xatu, then that's not a good play. So he goes into Gator. I'm not sure I agree with this. I might actually outspeed and kill him. I mean, I am relatively fast, and most Gators on Combuskin Pass teams don't run speed. I know he's at ×3 speed, but hopefully I can outpace him and take him out. But that's, you know, that's highly unlikely. Yeah, I don't think I can outspeed him. I think I just lose to this, unfortunately. So he does outspeed me and takes me out, and yeah, this is... Guys, this is why Combuskin needs to be banned. I don't think I necessarily played badly, I just... You know, he had a Combuskin, so... Yeah, I'm gonna forfeit and keep going. We got a Kadabra, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna need to get damage off on that before I try to sweep with something, because he'd most likely focus Sash, and it's gonna take multiple hits to take that out. So he ends up leading Pangoro, which doesn't really threaten me. I know he's a fighting type, but yeah, I can live that easily and get on my rocks. And based off that damage, he is most certainly Choice Banded, so I can just go straight into Executor. You know, eat up the hit relatively well, and just go straight for Sleep Powder. I know he has a Grass type, but I don't really care about that Grass type. As he ends up going into it, that's fine, because, you know, I have a reliable switch in Liepard, which is why I wasn't worried about it. So he goes for Will-O-Wisp, and that's fine. I can just get up my Sun now. If he wants to go for, like, Leech Seed or Substitute, I can just Encore him. So he ends up going for Leech Seed, and that's fine. I am going to Encore him into that. Hopefully he stays in, trying to go for Substitute, as he actually makes the better play and switches, so that is good. It's good to see that my opponent is making good plays. So at this point I am just going to sack my Regirock, so he does go for Storm Throw and takes me out. But at this point, nothing wants to switch in on Eruption, Specs Eruption in the Sun. Yeah, I mean, oh, he has Flash Fire. Why am I playing so badly right now? Guys, in case you haven't noticed, I haven't played Pokemon in a long time. By that I mean like 2 weeks, so, you know, I forget about stuff like Flareon being good and, you know, all of that. And it doesn't actually help that the first couple games were really, really easy. So I just, you know, kind of unprepared for playing better opponents. So I am just going to go into Victoroybel, because it threatens everything. As he goes into Kadabra. Trying to decide if I want to... I don't want to sack Victoroybel yet. So I'm going to predict the Psychic and go into my Liepard. And now I'm going to click U-turn to regain momentum. Let me see how much longer my Sun is up. I did it turn 5, so I think it is actually going to run out soon. As he stays in, Executor isn't too useful, so I'm going to go into that. As he goes for Dazzling Gleam. And the Sun fades, but that's actually fine. I'm just going to go for Psyshock, as he kills me with Dazzling Gleam. And at this point... If I can get Typhlosion in after this Kadabra is dead, then it's pretty much over. Alright, so I kill the Kadabra, which is really, really nice. So I am just gonna go into Victoroybel. I don't want to risk my Typhlosion taking damage and all that jazz. As he goes into Pidgeot, and that's fine by me. I do carry Sludge Bomb. So he hits a Hurricane, so that's good. Apparently Pidgeot is base 101 speed. I did not know that. I did not know that at all. But I can just get up the Sun. The Sun has arrived. So he goes for Defog. I'm gonna Encore him into Defog. So locked into Defog, and now I get a free U-turn. I mean, I lose absolutely nothing by clicking U-turn. Does minimal damage, but I have arrived inside with Specs, Typhlosion, going for Eruption. Oof. I mean, I don't think his Pangoro is Scarfed, because it did a lot to my Regirock. And, I mean, I'm Choice Specs in the Sun, so I don't think anything lives. Eruption is still more powerful at this percent than Fire Blast, so I'm content with this situation still. It really just comes down to if his Musharna can live this, or if his Pangoro is Scarfed, but the fact they didn't go into it tells me it is not Scarfed. As gets a good chunk of damage, but that's fine. I can just fire off another Eruption. And at this point I am going to switch out, so I can change moves, go for Fire Blast, which has a chance to miss, but you know, it really comes down to, is he Scarfed or is he Banded? As I do hit my Fire Blast and it dies, so that is good. That's definitely good. I don't even need the Sun to kill that. So, alright guys, I'm gonna get one more, because we're at like 25 minutes. And this guy's team looks pretty annoying, but also really weak to VICTORYBel. So, I am just, I think he might be hazard stacking lead Omastar. So he actually leads Steelix, and that's fine by me. I'm willing to trade rocks here. Because they don't really hurt my team that much, and he does have a Chatot and all of that. So, I'm just gonna go for Earthquake. I get a crit, which is really nice. He goes for his own Earthquake, and at this point, I am going to Sunny Day, expecting him to, one, either go into Chatot, or two, change up moves and go for Gyro Ball, and most likely take me out. So he just goes for another Earthquake, and that's fine by me, as I'm hoping he actually takes me out here, so I get a free switch into my VICTORYBel, and at that point, it will not be looking too good for him at all, because VICTORYBel just puts in work. Executor also puts in work, but not as much work. So I get another crit, which is just, it's so nice. Like, so at this point I can just click Solar Beam. I'll lose absolutely nothing by clicking Solar Beam, because if he wants to encore me into that, that's fine, because I'll take out his Liepard, and then Executor can win the game for me. So, yeah guys, this is kind of how this Sun team works. You just set up the Sun and you try to win with your Chlorophyll Sweepers. So I just O-code that Vileplume, which is nice. And now he goes into Chatot, and I mean that's not going to. I'm just gonna go for Sludge Bomb because it's not gonna live that. And you might try to be cheeky and go into like Feraligatr or something on a Weather Ball. So fortunately, I take that out. And now he goes into his Liepard, and I lose nothing by clicking Solar Beam. So he goes for Sucker Punch, and I live, so that's really, really nice. And, yeah, I take him out, so that's a double down. And, looking at his team, I am just going to go straight into Leafeon, because it hasn't gotten too much work in. So I'm just going to go for Leaf Blade. I get a crit. It does have a high crit ratio, but, I mean, that crit obviously didn't matter, so... Yeah, definitely in a good position right now with Leafeon. And the Sun, he forfeited. Well, that was decent. I laddered a little bit there, guys. I'm up to 1250, which is probably decent on the new ladder. Let me check. Yeah, that puts me at 67, which isn't too bad. I know this is a new ladder, so the top is 1431, which is not too bad. Full beatdown, who he lost to, who's using Combustion Pass, is at number 4, which doesn't surprise me because Combustion Pass is stupid. But yeah, guys, if you like this video, please leave a like and a comment. They are greatly appreciated, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.